Hello and welcome to a new series of Rimworld. Now, it's been a while since I've recorded anything, I'll admit. I'm probably a bit rusty and probably a bit low on energy, but let's see how we do. So, Rimworld has had so many updates since I last played. I can't even remember what version it was on then, but it is now a wonderfully complex little colony simulator. I was wondering what to call it, and then I noticed here it said a colony simulator. I'm hoping the arrow is being picked up by the recording software. We'll find out when I edit this. So this has just been updated to, well, it's now gone from alpha to beta, although that's just a name change. It seems to be exactly the same as it, you know, it's just another update. So, first I'm going to quickly show you the mods, because people always like to know. Now, I'm basing this list of mods on the stuff that Quill 18 is using, with one or two little changes, mainly quality of life mods, make the game a little more fun, a little easier, fill in some of the gaps. The base game is still just very good. So I'm just going to let you pause, you can take the list. I could probably put that together into a collection on the Steam Workshop if people want to see. These ones are mods that I would like to use but have not been updated yet for Beta 18. It used to be Alpha 17, now it's Beta 18. So, if these get updated, I'll check to see whether or not they'll break the save, and if they don't, then I will add them into the game. Okay, let's get on with this. I need a drink of tea. Ooh, still a bit too hot, but I needed something to wet my whistle. New colony. That's how you do this. Crash landing. I've not actually played Rimworld for over a year. And as I said previously, my last recording is years ago now. Right, so we'll go with the crash landing thing, which is where you start off with 3 people with reasonable tech knowledge and they land somewhere. Okay, so we'll go with Cassandra Classic. This game's got 3 different storytellers which sort of change how the random events come. Randy Random is truly random. Phoebe Chillax, mainly nicer stuff and lots of time between disasters. Cassandra Classic will base it based on how well you're doing. I can go with rough or some challenge. I'm going to go with some challenge, because it's been so long since I played this. If it gets boring, we can up the difficulty. You guys let me know. So let's go next on that. So now we need to do a world. Let's see what the seed of Ayaron will give us. We'll only generate 30% of the worlds. Reason being is that one of the things it does is it adds a spaceship you can actually travel over land and find if you want to escape the planet now, so you don't have to build your own spaceship. But if you put 100% globe coverage, it will actually place that on the far side of the planet. So 30% is usually good. We'll leave everything else as normal and we'll generate. Yeah, so recording this is a bit of an experiment. If I think it's complete rubbish, you won't even hear this. Okay, here we go. What's this? Yeah, so this is the world. Can I rotate this? Can I rotate the world? Oh no, I just pressed I just pressed escape and it's left everything. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. And I'm going to start again. If I put the same seed in though, we should get the same world. I thought there was a way to rotate. Arrow keys. Yeah, so basically now we get an actual overworld map, because it used to just be where your thing was, where your base is. But now we actually have a proper overworld map. It generates the locations of different factions, so you can actually seek them out and trade with them or attack them. A recent addition is we actually have place names now. The Purple Sea, Rebo Point, Black Boulder Forest. So that sort of adds some personality to the world. And you can actually send out caravans and go travelling. It's one of the reasons why I don't want it to be too difficult. So, we can see a list of the factions. We have the Tishoberan Nation, who will be relatively friendly, the Free Treaty of Northwestern, relatively friendly, and then 3 hostile factions, the Black Seal Cone, which is a tribe, the Poison Wasps, a pirate band, and the Foxes of Cash, another pirate band. And they all seem to be enemies with lots of people, although these guys are actually enemies with the other pirates, but not those friendly nations. That's interesting. Right, so let's just start selecting random sites. What do we got here? Mostly frozen plains. Tundra. No. Tropical rainforest. I want sort of like temperate forest might be nice. Terrain mountainous. Current movement time, I think that's how long it would take to get there from a starting position, but we don't actually have a starting position yet. Where's the actual selected tile? It's in there. Mountainous, though. They've added bugs that spawn when you're underground that are very annoying. So let's keep going. Temperate forest flat. That's probably a bit more interesting. Winter movement time. Okay, stone types. Limestone, granite, and slate. That's pretty good. Average temperature is a nice temperate. Doesn't get too cold in the winter, doesn't get too hot in the summer. Growing periods, most of the year, so enough time before we have to set up our greenhouses. Animals can graze. Okay, this is going to be a relatively easy place to start. I like the fact it even has a time zone. The time zone is -2. So what is that, somewhere in Eastern Europe? Average disease frequency, 1.3 per year, so that's a slightly higher disease. But let's go with it. So we'll go next. Now, I've got the Prepare Carefully mod, but I'm not really going to use it. That basically lets you set up your colonists to be exactly what you want. What I like here is you can actually set up people who are left behind on the ship, and presumably they have chances of showing up in you know, like when you'd have a crashed survivor drop pod suddenly drop on your world. Also, we've got team skills. It shows you what your current people, who's best at what. So we're lacking construction skills at the moment, but we've got pretty good medicine, shooting, and intellectual there. So I quite like that. Where's that coming from? We have an aesthetic priest. Psychically hypersensitive's pretty bad. But they're incapable of violence, so even if they flip out, they won't actually attack anyone. But they've got a shooting of 9. That's useless. Okay, so we're going to randomise you. Careful shooter, masochist, too smart. Too smart also means that they get a bit sad and have a lower mental break threshold. You know. Artistic, they've got a good construction though, with passion. So let's keep them. Medicine 5. No, you're a housemate. As an adult, Hooper kept house and cared for children while her spouse worked. Housemate. That has a different meaning in Britain. Housemate. I mean, I know what they're saying. They're like, you know, this is a house husband, a housewife, house spouse. I suppose house spouse is a bit difficult to say. Randomize. Explosives expert. Very good mining. Some artistic talent. Can't dumb labour. No, you can't have someone who won't even haul and clean in your starting 3. That's just... It's just not going to work. We have a brawler. Skills aren't that good. A good brawler? No. Gonna speed this up a bit until we find some people that I like. Okay, I think we've got 3 people here who are relatively reasonable. We have Grill, who's a clone farmer. He has a good social. Oh, I've just noticed he has an artery blockage. Ooh dear. That means there's a chance of a heart attack. I'm going to go with it though, because I think it might be funny. Well, not funny obviously, but fun to play. Right, so I do actually have a mod that means rather than saying incapable of stuff, they end up with hated work types. This person will do cooking, firefighting, and mining, but they really don't like it. But this guy has good social, which is important because it means we can recruit new people. He likes working with animals, and he's okay at growing. Also, we've got an artist for later if he's, you know. We have an herb world urchin architect whose name is Savage. Okay, a bit like Adam Savage, fair enough. Doesn't like to dumb labour, but, you know, pretty good construction, pretty good at shooting. And here we have our medieval slave. Medieval slaves always make good all-rounders. He's good at construction, growing, mining, he's okay with animals and medicine, he has passion for a lot of things. Passion makes them happy and makes them learn quicker. Okay, relations, lover. Sarah Four Eyes Reno. Okay, so you actually have a relationship with someone who was left behind. Interesting. There's no other relationships. Right, let's actually start this because I'm going to limit these episodes to about 30 minutes, or probably ending up a little less once I skip over the dead time, because I don't want to record for too long in one go. And then I think I'm going to edit this and get it out, get some feedback maybe before I record more. Might not wait for the feedback, depends how I feel, but... New mod features. Allow tool 3. Yes, so I've got a mod which lets me select similar things. You can finish off people who are down on the ground unconscious. Okay, so this is interesting. So it actually gives you a summary of the new features of all the mods you've got. Okay. Right, the three of you wake in your crypto sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start to make plans to survive. Boom. We have a dog called Gingham. Hello, Gingham. You are a female Labrador Retriever. Ah. Well, let's see whether or not we can train you for the hauling and rescue. Release is a combat thing. Basically, the animal can be released to attack distant targets. No, we don't want Gingham to be in combat. But obedience is good, and getting her to be able to haul and rescue downed colonists is very good. Okay, I have no idea what the controls are. I've been playing a lot of Factorio recently, just on my own, and I'm probably going to keep pressing Factorio keys by accident. Right, so we have a nice open empty map. No real ready-made structures. Sometimes there's a nice room in the middle of the map you can just take over. I'm not seeing anything. I mean, I could build against this wall. That would save me some construction time. Any steam geysers? There is one there. So this might be a good sort of starting place. You know, I can wall off between the mountains a bit. Got some geothermal power in the middle of the base. Got lots of muffalos. I'm actually going to try and tame those straight away. Right, the other thing we can do is architect orders. There is a nice button here. Where is it? Where is the nice button? Unforbid everything. There we go. Allowed 45 things across the map. That way everything can be picked up. So if we're going to build here, what stuff do we have? Okay, nothing's in our stockpile yet, so nothing's showing up. There is some wood, some metal, some food. Okay, right, let's do this. Orders. I'm going to be a little clumsy until I get used to the controls again. Right, we're going to chop wood. There. That's going to let us Blueprints create. Ooh, I don't even know what that is. Structure. Okay, we want wooden walls. And we're going to build this out, and it's going to be our starting room and some bedrooms. We're going to start with small bedrooms. Oh, I don't know. 3 people. How long is this? 1, 2, 3. 11. That's a bit difficult to divide evenly, but we can do a 3 by 3 there. Oh, or maybe it's very easy to divide evenly, and I'm just an idiot. Alright, doors, wooden doors. Let's get one there, one there, one there. Furniture. There is actually some extra furniture now that's a base part of the game. How do I rotate? Q. Now I've got this mod, which is the minimum quality mod, which means you can say what the minimum quality on this build is gonna be. Now we actually have a couple of pretty good people. I really want the beds to not be terrible. How do I actually set the minimum quality on this? There we go, right hand click there. I want them to be at least normal. So what this means is that when the bed is constructed, if it's not normal, the person will take it apart again. Right, structure, wooden doors. Let's get one there and there. Not a bad start, and we will put down a stockpile zone there. Dumping stockpile zone there. I'm actually going to unpause it so people can start getting on. Right, we can need colonist bed, hunter lacks ranged weapons. Yeah, I'm going to sort out that later. Okay, what sort of soil do we have around here? Fertility 100% for all of it. That's not bad. So let's get some growing zones down. Just small ones to start with. Right, you can make potatoes. You make corn. Takes longer to grow, but gives more food per thing. And hay grass if we're going to start getting animals straight away. So potato, that, and hay grass, yes. And everyone's building away. They're also going to haul the stuff in. Now there is an urgent haul order, I believe. Haul urgently. Basically, this means you can have a haul priority that's further up the priority scale. Okay, let's take a look at this then. Oh no, that's doing that. I thought I could change it. Shift left click to scroll toggles priorities on. Okay, we don't want the person who hates firefighting to firefight unless he has to. Shift, left click or scroll. Okay, there we go. Hold down shift and I can scroll on this and it changes it for everyone. You've got some skill in doctoring and passion for it. Actually, everyone quite likes being a doctor, so we're going to put that to a 1 for everyone. We want bed rest maximum on everyone. Hall plus on those two. Savage hates it. Okay, if there's wardening to be doing, I want you to do that. If there's animal handling to be doing, I want you to do that, and I want you to negotiate. You are our only cook, so we need that at maximum. Okay. If I want hunting, do it. Construct, relatively high priority. So basically, if you're not cooking, you'll construct. If you're not hunting, you'll construct. Okay, I'm going to put a lot of these to 1 because in general the left to right priority is a good one. You don't really have skill in growing and you don't like it either, so I'll leave that off for you. You both like mining, so let's turn that on. Plant cut. No smithing or tailoring at the moment, so I'm going to turn this off to make it less confusing. Hall when there's nothing else to do. Actually, I'm gonna. We want to keep the place clean. So I'm actually going to tell people to clean, but before they haul. We're going to start researching relatively soon, but I don't have a research bench yet, and I don't have a management bench yet. There we go. How are my colonists doing? Got to sort of set up that micromanagement relatively early. I can speed up the game a bit. Now, is there a keyboard shortcut for speeding up the game? No, but there is one for switching between the people, which is useful to know. Plus and minus. I know that space pauses the game. 1, 2, and 3 on the keyboard. Okay. I tend to play this game at speed 2. Because that way I can sort of keep track as to what's happening. So Grill is starting the growing, which is good. Savage is... he was having a chat. Grant's also growing. We're still trying to build up the beds and stuff. Now, is... Savage, what are you doing? You're just wandering. Why are you wandering? Weapons. I've got to assign weapons to people, don't I? Okay. Okay. Let's slow it down while I do this. Okay, Savage has a shooting skill of 6. You have a shooting of 0. You have a shooting of 3. Okay, so Savage, I want you to take the rifle. You have a melee skill but no shooting skill, so I think there's a knife in there for you somewhere. Can't see the knife right now. Grant, take the revolver. Sorry, I'm grooving to the music. Right now, pressing right hand click and it's not closing that down, but I suppose escape will work. So there's usually a knife when they land. I'm not seeing that anywhere. Might be behind the tree, I suppose. Now to make our food go a little longer, orders... harvest. Let's see if there's any harvestable bushes or berries around us. There's some. There's some. That's good. Speed up. Check the time. Okay, there's a few minutes left in this episode, and then we'll put a cut in. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to get going immediately. Obviously there's power and cooking and all that sort of stuff, but we're not even finished the beds yet. Why, Savage, what are you doing? Why are you wandering? What's your job? No, not the manager, work. Savage, you're a good constructor. Why you just cannot work, need materials? Okay, so chop the wood then. Plant cut. You don't plant cut. Okay. This is where we have to start fiddling with this. The others are all busy growing and they're not plant cutting. So I'm going to reduce Grill's growing. And then we're going to find Grill. We're going to recruit and unrecruit. That resets his job, and now he's plant cutting. There we go. So the problem is that Savage doesn't like cutting down trees. So he's taking this as an opportunity to just goof off. He's like, well, you know, I know there are beds to be made, mate, but there's no wood. Nothing I can do about it. So you can assign people to do work they hate, but it gives them a massive negative mood. Unfortunately, this bed was not a high enough quality, so he automatically has deconstructed it, and he will try again. And then he goes to bed. Great. That means one of our people is going to be left without a bed, so I'm actually going to... Savage, could you just finish this bed for your friend? There we go. Now you can go to bed. Grant, there is actually a bed for you. There you go. So you won't get the slept outside. Gingham's just sleeping outside, so let's actually make Gingham a nice little sleeping box. Animal sleeping box. Now, Gingham, do you actually have a master? Like, are you bonded to anyone yet? No, you're not. So we'll put your little wooden sleeping box out here. There you go. By the front door. You should be okay sleeping outside for just one night. Do you actually get thoughts and stuff? Needs? No, they just have food and rest. And health. Social. Oh, he nuzzled Grant. That's kind of nice. He does actually have a bond with Grill. Huh. That didn't show up on I thought a bond would show up, so we don't actually want to build that there. Yeah, it's with Grill, so we'll build it in. We'll get Gingham to sleep in Grill's bedroom. Is Grill actually the animal handler? He does have animal handling, but not as good, and he does enjoy it a bit. I might actually make Grill be the animal handler and lower handling for Grant, because Grant I want to be mainly cooking and constructing and stuff, whereas Grill is a good researcher. Well, is an okay researcher, the only one I've got. There's not really much else that Grill will do. There we go. Just close. How do I just hit escape? It will all go away. I quite like, you know, the social thing. Do we got it here as well? Yeah, had a nice chat with people. I don't know if you can hear that beep, but that is the alarm. So we are just going to review what we've done. We've not done much, but we have landed. There we go. Grill was actually out trying to tame the muffalo. The muffalo will just be able to graze on grass and stuff, so I'm not worried about feeding them. But, you know, they're a good source of pack animals for when you're travelling over land, and they're a good source of wool for making clothing and stuff. But we have 3 bedrooms, we have a little home with a stockpile. Successfully tamed a muffalo and named him Muffalo 1. Grill is obviously a man of great wit and imagination. Yeah, so we actually have an animals tab here, which means we can set stuff for the animals. Like the muffalo. Do I train them with obedience? Do you have to train muffalo with obedience if you want to use them as a pack animal? I don't know. So I think I will do that. Slaughter, tame animal, expected meat amount, milk progress. That's pretty good. So because I think you can milk muffalo. I'm not sure. Wool progress. Okay, you can't milk them, but when that wool gets up to 100%, we will get wool. Okay, let's end it there. I'm going to hit pause. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I will see you next time. Bye bye.